Hey guys, thanks for joining me today on Jeff and BJ's Haunted Chronicles. We really appreciate you guys watching. I'm gonna attach a video to after this, after I kind of talk here. I just want to give a little bit of a backstory to what I'm actually posting. But I have a history of having different spirits, not necessarily follow me around, but different spirit interactions, different houses, different houses I go to, different situations with different spirits. So, anyways, we've been in this house for 8 years now, and I would see and hear stuff, but it wouldn't happen when my husband and my son were around. So, I actually started getting cameras to put in the house because we would hear these random bangs and random noises. And so, anyways, that's how we started actually having cameras in our house. Was I wanted to catch something, right? Now there's going to be believers and non-believers, and I can't prove to the non-believers certain noises that are happening when we're not home, or just random noises happening when we're asleep, but they're happening, right? So I just started recording. And anyway, so um I've communicated with the spirit that's here in the house, and I don't know if it's multiple or just one. It feels like multiple, but I'm not too sure. And I've actually communicated with them before with the dowsing rods, which I personally love. They work really good for me. But this time we actually have really good equipment. So we have our EMF reader and we have our REM pod. So this morning, my husband was at a doctor's appointment, and I was like, okay, let me just put it together real quick. And I got a quick little session, and it actually went off a couple of times. So it's really cool. I'm going to play that now. Now, you're going to see two different cuts. One of them is the camera is upright because I'm so used to doing TikTok stuff. And then I realized that I'm going to start putting more of these on also YouTube, so I had to like stop the camera and turn it to the side. So you'll see a difference in that. But pretty much, I'm not going to cut anything else. That was just stop and then turn the camera and start it. Um, the recording is going to go on, and when I ask a question, the silence part, I'll just zoom, do a little speed, so you don't have to sit there and hear silence. But I sent it to my husband this morning. I haven't really looked through it because I was there, but I sent it to my husband. He didn't hear any audio, so you don't have to worry about that. But the REM pod and the EMF reader was going off, so it was pretty cool. I was communicating with it. It was answering certain things, so it was pretty cool. But since I do have a history of certain spirits following me ever since I was younger, I am gonna actually make a video with my husband, um, solely on that, just so I could like share my experiences. And then now that my husband, who once was a non-believer, is more in tune, he's more into it. Um, he's had certain situations happen to him, so we will get that video out soon. We'll probably do it maybe this weekend. I'm not sure, but I want to give a little history of how I've always loved the paranormal, and how here we actually have been in this home for 8 years, and we're catching certain audio and certain videos. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, thank you again for joining. Leave a comment, help us out, share the video, and subscribe if you haven't yet. And we're also on TikTok as well. So yeah, enjoy. Tell me what you think. Thanks, guys. Okay, so I know that there's somebody here with me because I feel it. I've seen things, I've heard things. Nobody's here. Jeff's gone. Eddie's in his room. Can you make this go off or that go off? That little antenna, all you have to do is touch it, and it could let me know that you're here in this house. because I've seen you and I've heard you, you know, if you can make this go off, all you have to do is get near it and it'll shoot to the red. And then that one, let me show you how it works. Literally all you do, and let me just show y'all. There's nothing here. It's just an old blanket. Okay. Now this, okay, nothing there. But if you touch it, it goes wild. If you get near it, it makes a noise. And I just put the blanket there because it's an old chair and it looks ugly. That's all. And then we have this. So, like I said, I know you're here because I've seen you. I've heard you. Nobody believes me. So if you could make this go off, go to the, the red. All you have to do is get near it. It'll shoot up. Or touch that and it'll go off. And we can communicate that way. You have the opportunity to say something. You could either talk or reach out. There you go. You could do it again. It shows me that you're nearby and you want to communicate. If you want to communicate, I can ask you some questions. So if it's a yes, you can go all the way to the red. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Can you get closer to it? You could get closer to it. The closer you get to it, the more it shows that you want to communicate with me. Or, like I said, if I ask you a question and it goes to red, that means it's a yes. Yeah, there you go. So, do you want to communicate with me? You can put it to red if it's a yes, or touch that for a yes. Do you want to communicate with me? Have you followed me throughout the years? Because I've had different spirits follow me throughout the years. Oh, let me go get my dog. 1 second. And I'm not going to stop the camera because I don't want anybody saying anything. See how old the chair is? That's why I have that blanket there. There's no other reason. Not doing anything crazy. Okay, let me get my dog in. Look at her. She barked to come in. You gonna come in? Okay. Okay. Go back over here. Same thing still here. Nothing. And guys, there's nothing around. Nothing around. It's just an old chair. That's why I have the blanket on there. It looks ugly. So if you want to communicate with me, you can touch it. And then this one, same thing. Here comes Lily. She's over there somewhere. Okay. So I've had spirits follow me through my whole life. Ever since I was little. Yeah. Through my first apartment and then other places I've been at, I've had somebody follow me. If you were any one of the ones that have followed me throughout the years, can you make this go to red or set off that? Oh, nice. So is that a yes, right? Um, is there a reason you've been following me your whole life or my whole life? If there's a reason, you can set this off to yes or touch that. Awesome. That's a yes. I wish I knew the reason. My camera is really good to where if you tell me a reason or if you say something, I can pick it up on my phone. Technology is so great now. And we're in 2025. So it's pretty neat. Are you somebody that or actually, since you've followed me, I guess, let me see. It's a question I can ask. Or here's another question, maybe. Are there more than one spirit here in this house? Yeah. I kind of figured. Did you know the older lady and gentleman that lived here in the house before us? There was a lady who lived here before us. It was only her and her husband. They were the very first homeowners here. And she said that she would see you as well, like talk to you. Do you remember her? You do remember her? Did you Yeah? Cool. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Um, do you enjoy us living here in this house? Cool. Thank you. All right. Yeah, we try to fix up this house since we first got it. We're now maybe 8 years into this house. So that's pretty cool. Um, Now let me ask you, are you one of the homeowners that used to live here? Is that it? Yeah? You are one of the homeowners? Because there was a gentleman and a lady, and the gentleman was in the service. Did you know them very well? So you said you knew the homeowners that used to live here. Do you remember talking to the lady? I can't remember her name, but the neighbors across the street said that she would see and talk to you a lot. Do you remember her? Yeah. Did you ever talk to her husband? Communicate with him? Same thing. Because do you enjoy trying to communicate with me? Because you show yourself to me a lot. Do you like communicating with me? Because you don't communicate with my husband or my son at all. Um, yeah. um, do you want to communicate with my husband? Um, like I said, I know you've tried communicating with me. I've heard you on the cameras. I've heard noises. Remember, if you want to say yes, you can bring it all the way up to here. And if you want to talk to me again, just touch that or get near that. It's called a REM pod. Technology is just so awesome. So you said that you followed me. Actually, you said there's more. Yeah, you followed me before. Because I've had stuff happen and things follow me throughout the years. Remember, you could try to talk and it'll catch on my camera on my phone. Was that you on the camera when I heard a voice one time? Can you? Oh yeah, cool, cool, cool. You can still keep touching it, so I know you're there. You can touch the REM pod. You did it a couple of times, so that's pretty cool. And there's nothing around, so I'm glad you're communicating with me. It's pretty cool. Are you obviously you're a spirit? Yeah, cool, awesome. So I have a question for you. Um, are you a good spirit? If you're a good spirit, you can make this go off again, or you can make that go off again. Are you a good spirit? Or are you a bad spirit? So you know that you passed on, correct? Like you do know that you're a spirit, an entity. All right, I'm gonna turn it this way so so you can see there's absolutely nothing. I forgot I had it on that kind of angle. So you do know that you're a spirit. We kind of communicated that way. Um, are you a good spirit? Are you an evil spirit? Do you follow me around? Yeah, a little bit. If you follow me around, you can push it all the way to you do follow me around? When I leave the house, do you follow me? Okay, I'm gonna turn this. I see it kind of going up and down. Let me turn it off. Turn it back on. There we go. Um, so I have a question. Do you follow me around or is it only like outside the house? It's like you want to communicate. Remember, if you want to say yes, you can push it all the way to the red. You get close to this or you get close to the REM pod. And again, there's nothing here, nothing crazy. I do see that you're trying to communicate with me. Can you make it go all the way to the red? Yeah, go all the way to the red. Just to let me know that you're communicating with me. Are you I have a question. Are you a spirit that I actually know? No. Do you want to communicate with me anymore? Remember, if you want to say yes, push it all the way to the red. Or touch the REM pod again. You did it a few times, which is really cool. You want to still communicate with me? Do you live here in this home? I feel like there's more than one spirit. Oh, yeah? Cool. So, okay, thank you. Thank you. So, you do live here in this home. Um are there more than one spirit that's here in this house? Yes? And that went all the way up. Are there more than two spirits that live in this house? Here, I'm gonna, because it's just going like that. I'm gonna turn it off and on again, and it's new, brand new batteries, so you know it's good. It's still. Do you want to communicate with me? Are you trying to communicate with me? You can put some energy into this, and it'll go all the way to red. The more you want to communicate with me, the closer you get. It'll go to red. And if I ask you a yes question that's a yes, you can push it all the way to red or touch the REM pod again. So I asked if there's more than one spirit here. Yes, there is. Okay. Do y'all get along? Are all of y'all good spirits? When if I ever move and leave this house, are you going to follow me? Because I've always seen different spirits at different places I lived at. Are you any one of those that have followed me? Is that a yeah? Yes? I'm sure you remember that one night that my husband was out of town for a show and my son and his girlfriend were in the back house. And I heard you in here in the garage and you scared me. That was the first time I've ever gotten really scared. Yeah. Um, Do you you obviously remember that? Was that you? Because I heard you in here like 3 different times, and every time my son came back inside, you would stop. Yeah. Do you remember that? Were you just playing around with me, like trying to scare me? Here comes Lily. Do you like Lily? Hi, Lily. Do you like Lily? Oh, Lily, Lily's setting it off. That's how good it works. You like Lily? She's a good dog, right? She's a good dog. Do you want to communicate with me anymore? Can you make any noises around the house to let me know that you're here? Are you done talking? You want to stop communicating? You want me to go ahead and turn everything off? I thought you wanted to. Oh, I thought you wanted to communicate. Isn't that pretty cool that you can communicate with me by touching that? Okay, if you want to stop talking, go ahead and touch it one more time. But to me, it sounds like you want to communicate. So if Lily again. Lily does that. She just walks back and forth. Look. Okay, if you want to keep talking, go ahead and touch the REM pod again, or make this go like wild red, and I'll keep trying to communicate with you. Lily chilling. You don't want to? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn everything off, and I've been wanting to communicate with you, so this is now that we have technology, I figured this would be a good time to communicate with you. Because I know you're always trying to get my attention, so you got it now. And you actually can communicate with me. So if you want to communicate with me, you can push this all the way to red. I see it going, but can you make it stay red? Can you prove that you want me to keep talking to you? You can go all the way to red. No? All right. Well, do you want me to try to communicate with you tonight? Later on tonight? All right. I'm going to go ahead and turn everything off. So, let me get up out of this chair. All right. So, I'm going to turn both of them off. This is your last chance to try to communicate with me. Remember, just touch that. Okay, Lily. All right, well, it was good talking to you. We'll try this again later on today.